And a pleasant hit performance, including the walk-off RBI single up the middle. In the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, I'm Dylan Corbett. Mac Kernan, producer, back at Fox Sports Rapid City Studio. Hottest teams around. They now have a 14-6 record. Was exceptional. Troy Wilhelm came in and was exceptionally solid out of the pen, keeping that score as it was, and allowing the Hardhats to tie it up in the seventh before walking it off in the eventual eighth and 5-4 final there. Again, Ryan Bachman was our player of the game last night with the RBI base hit and 2 RBIs for his performance for him. He was one of only 3 players to get multi-hit. Up at 14-6. Bozeman and Sterling on tap for the Veterans Classic final day here on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. We'll get you set with our starting lineups and keys to the game still to come. About 10 minutes away from first pitch here on a fine, cloudy Sunday, but the temperature back up where it should be here in June. Let's pause for a 2-minute break. This is Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. And welcome back quickly here to the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show. You can find them on East Philadelphia for the best auto body work and customer service in the Black Hills. It's J&J Truck and Auto Body. Thought we might have a national anthem, but I think we are going to push that back to Game 2. So it looks like we'll keep things here and get you today's starting lineups. Let's start with the visitors here. Your starting lineups built by Connect Home Center and Ace Hardware. Connect Home Center, your hometown lumberyard since 1928. Ace Hardware, Ace is the place. I'm Dylan Corbett, broadcasting live in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. And here are the starting 9 for the Bozeman Bucks. It'll be Keller Murfitt leading off once again, playing center. Ben Hubley is at first base. Michael Friend, who pitched last night and suffered a tough no decision, he is going to be starting at second and batting third. Sage McMinn out in right field cleaning up. Alton Geiselman is behind the dish once again. Sam Schmidt, who came in and suffered the loss on the walk-off hit, he'll be out in left. Logan Palethorpe is at the hot corner. Parker McMahon up the middle at short. And Karsten Simcox is going to be the DH for the Bozeman Bucks. For post 22, right now they're in the field. It'll be Mason Messenger leading off, playing short. Ryan Bachman is at second base. Matthew Hegry, a late change. He's been shifted to DH as True Seinhorst is going to take over at third base. So first time we'll see True Seinhorst in the field off in. I believe that is the case, as a late switch there as Matthew Hegry goes to the DH spot, and then True Seinhorst, who was in the lineup at DH, they just flip-flop as Matthew Hegry will serve as the DH, and Seinhorst taking grounders currently at the hot corner. On the hill for the Hardhats, we get to see Branson Keel get the start in Game 1 here against Bozeman, with still a game to come against Sterling, Colorado. Keel just wrapping up his warm-up tosses. Let's finish through these lineups here. Jace Caldwell cleaning up at first. Blake Weaver out in left. Bridger Nesbitt patrolling center. True Seinhorst is still going to stay at that spot in the order, but now play third. Ryan Schmidt will bat eighth behind the plate. Drew Messer is out in right field, rounding out the lineup for Coach Dorvey and the red-hot Hardhats, winners of 7 straight. So they'll dig in against Keller Murfitt, the lefty hitting center fielder. First pitch coming in 4 minutes early at 11:56, and it's ball 1. Keels 1-0. It's just outside. It'll be 2-0. Hardhats playing their best stretch of baseball this season, 14-6, winners of 7 in a row. Wrap up the Veterans Classic today. And then we've got a doubleheader that we'll head up to Pier for on Tuesday. And again, might be some weather in the area there, so we'll keep an eye on that as the week comes about. And then host Sturgis on Wednesday before heading to Sioux Falls for a Saturday tournament. Currently 2-1 to Murfitt. The pitch home from Keel. Paints the outer black, and the count's even at 2. Overcast day for Game 1. We'll see if that changes for Game 2. Inside and low, and the count runs full to Murfitt to lead things off. Full count pitch. Slapped out to left, dipping fast, but it's going to stay up for the left fielder to make the catch. Blake Weaver manning that spot. Nesbitt in center, out in right, Drew Messer. And around the diamond, True Seinhorst starting at the hot corner. Messenger and Bachman, the double play pairing up the middle at short and second, and Caldwell at first. 1 out, and the first pitch to Ben Hubley is fouled back to the netting. Back-to-back lefties to start at the top of the order for the Bozeman Bucks, now 21-8, 1-2 in this tournament. High chopper to short. Messenger charging, and a strong throw beats him by a step, and 2 are away quickly for Branson Keel. So it's up to Michael Friend, the pitcher from last night. He has shed his ski mask that he smartly wore last night. Frigid temperatures in June. In fact, I was reading as the pitch home, in for a strike. I think they broke the record out at the Rapid City Regional Airport for lowest temp on June 8th, it would have been. Got down to 34. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, 0-2 to Friend quickly. Keel making his fourth appearance. It'll be his second start. He's 0-1 record-wise, but the ERA has been fantastic as he's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's not going to get it as one sneaks through to the left side for a base hit. Michael Friend with a 2-out single. It'll extend the inning for Sage McMinn as they flip it back to the left side of the box for our right fielder. Pitch home. Slapped out to left. That's down for a clean single. Back-to-back 2-out hits, and now it's first and second as Bozeman looks to strike first. This is Keel's first appearance on the mound since he tossed an inning in that opener earlier this week against Sturgis. He allowed a run on a walk and he struck out two. Pitch home. Fouled back. It's Alton Geiselman, the catcher. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Looking to strike first in the top of the first. Wind blowing out to left. Could see a couple of bombs out there in this contest. Especially with the Hardhats' right-handed dominant lineup. Nearly clubbed him on the helmet, a pitch that got away from Keel, and it's 1-1 to Geiselman. One runners on first and second, 2 away. Keel out of the stretch will turn and look back the runner to second. Michael Friend dancing out there. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup tonight in St. Louis. Can the Blues get their first Stanley Cup victory in franchise history? Can Branson Keel get out of this inning? It's a slow roller to the left side, and he throws it a mile above his first baseman's head. Run comes home. They're going to hold up the second runner as McMinn will reside at third. It's probably going to go as a base hit and an E1 throwing error, and Bozeman does strike first for the second straight game. So an E1 after the base hit and sets up second and third. Looked like a 1-2-3 first inning. And all of a sudden, it's turned into a run, and the inning extended for the sixth batter, Sam Schmidt. Friends scoring on the air. Pitch home. First base open. Tries to go up and in, and it's laid off for ball one. One 0. Check swing, and he fouled it back, making contact with it for the 1-1. One and one. Bozeman striking first, 1-0. They've got 3 hits in the inning, an error charged to the Hardhats on an E1 throw. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 to Sam Schmidt. Losing pitcher last night at the plate serving as today's left fielder. Keel with a long look in, working a little bit slowly here in the first inning. Watches strike 3 called, and that'll get him out of the inning. Bozeman does strike first for the second straight contest. Hardhats will have to come from behind to extend their 7-game win streak. They trail 1-0. We'll see the top 3 in their order next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. So the Hardhats will look to come from behind as they trail 1-0 to Bozeman, and E1 allowing a run to score. It'll be an unearned run. Mason Messenger leading things off. Against Brady Higgs, the right-handed thrower, who misses with the first pitch of the home half of the first, 1-0. Messenger had his hit streak snapped last night as he came in to pinch hit and looks to start a new one, but it's a routine grounder to short, and it'll be retired 6-3. McMahon up the middle, ranging to that one to his left. Brings in Ryan Bachman, 4 hits last night, including the game-winning RBI in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch from Higgs. Cut action fastball that finds the zone. 0-1. Ryan Bachman, the average on the year, as he takes one up and in. Had to dodge out of the way. 1-1. Bachman 4-11 for the batting average. He's drawn 17 walks. That's clearly the team high by at least 5. And he struck out only 12 times. Looks at a pitch just missing there, 2-1. Bachman has also scored 26 runs. That's second on the team, only 1 behind Messenger. Inside corner fastball, 2-2. $15 RBIs, also tied for second on the team. And a line shot right at the shortstop. McMahon gloves it for out number 2. Higgs making quick work, but that's how it occurred in the top of the first against the Bozeman lineup, too, before they started a 2-out rally. See if Matthew Hegre, a late switch over to the DH, can get that started. There's a big hole up the middle as they are shading him with the shortstop McMahon close to the line. Which is interesting because there is a significant gap in left center as the outfield is straight away. 0-1. Missing 1-1. So they're looking him to pull it something on the ground, but they're also going to concede him the fly ball because he homered deep out the center twice yesterday in a win over the Billings Royals. And he's got a good hitter's count here at 2-1 as Higgs misses and now comes with it home. And it is a ground ball to short. McMahon's going to make all 3 plays of the inning, and it's a 1-2-3 frame for Higgs. Bozeman leads it 1-0 after a quick first on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. And leading the Hardhats after 1 inning as we welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides. It'll be Logan Palethorpe to start things off as they will face the bottom of the order. Branson Keel back out there after surrendering an unearned run on an error committed by him in the field. Palethorpe takes strike 1. Oh, 1. Blows it by him with a fastball and quickly 0-2. A nice fastball in the inner half that Palethorpe failed to catch up to. And a swing and a miss. Went back to the inside edge. And Palethorpe's down swinging on 3 pitches. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Keel dating back to the first. And here's Parker McMahon, who made all 3 defensive plays in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch. Keel with a bid for an immaculate inning as he fires the 4th straight strike. Showing bunt. Pushes it down the first base line, and it's going to roll foul. So it's still intact as Keel's thrown 5 straight strikes. Oh and 2. And there's ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, just ducking out of the way. And from 0-2 to 2-2 to Parker McMahon. Pitch. Strike 3 called. 3 straight punch-outs for Branson Keel. Now 2 away for number 9 batter Karsten Simcox. First time we're seeing him in this Veterans Classic, at least against Post 22. Pitch. A swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Branson Keel, and he looks to get a 1-2-3 second. Another strike, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch from Branson Keel. Again, another one up and in, 1-2. So after getting walked off late last night, Bozeman turned it around for an early 9 a.m. start this morning, in which they beat the Post 22 Expo 6-4. So their record coming in is 22-8. That's a swing and a miss. Branson Keel has struck out 4 straight batters, and he strikes out the side for a 1-2-3 second inning. Bozeman still holding on to a 1-0 lead. The Hardhats will send 4, 5, 6 due up next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. One nothing. The Bozeman Bucks leading the Hardhats as we welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. A 1-2-3 first inning for Brady Higgs on the mound as he got all 3 plays pulled to the shortstop. 2 groundouts and a soft line out. So he'll deal with the middle of the order. Jace Caldwell digging in. And a pitch. Bouncing all the way to the backstop, it's ball 1. Wrapping up the Veterans Classic today. It was an interesting start to the Veterans Classic as the team from Northern Colorado simply failed to show up. Soft grounder to the left side, going to be a tricky play, and they're not going to be able to get one. That should be a base hit for Jace Caldwell. Looked like Higgs was trying to cut that off, but it was hitting an awkward spot for the pitcher to try and get to that. I'm sure they would have had a closer play if they had just let that roll to the third baseman. As Palethorpe probably had the best look at it. But the first Hardhats hit of the game is presented by Splash City, the #1 spa and hot tub retailer in the Black Hills. Splash City on 1024 Omaha Street, where no dream is too small or too ambitious for your backyard. Blake Weaver with Palethorpe really in over at third. They're anticipating a bunt. Blake Weaver shows no such thing as he looks at strike 1. Palethorpe still in on the grass as they're assuming the Hardhats want to go small ball early on. Tied up for strike 2. Looks like the inside corner is being given a little bit more generously as opposed to the outside corner. They go outside with a breaking ball and it bounces in the dirt, blocked by Geiselman. Pitch on, Weaver pops it up. Shallow center. It'll be Friend moving out to make the catch with a pop out to the second baseman for out number 1. Here's Bridger Nesbitt. So Brady Higgs surrendering his first hit of the game. Quickly gets Blake Weaver to pop out. And now dealing with Bridger Nesbitt and a high fastball outside, 1-0. Missing a bit low, and it's 2-0 to Bridger Nesbitt. Rafael Nadal captured his 12th French Open title in 4 sets earlier today. Some other headlines, Steve Kerr saying Durant is going to practice ahead of Game 5, in which the Warriors trail the Raptors 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Could see an end to the Stanley Cup tonight, possibly, with Game 6 in St. Louis and the Blues leading 3-2. 2-1 is in the dirt, and it's going to be 3-1 to Bridger Nesbitt with 1 away and a runner on first after Jace Caldwell had an infield single to lead things off. Rockies trailing the Mets in the 4th. Noah Syndergaard against rookie Jeff Hoffman. The Mets utilizing a 3-run bomb from Todd Frazier to jump out to an early lead. 3-1 to Nesbitt. And a line shot out into right field. Caldwell's going to try and go first to third. The throw is a bomb, but up the line as showing off the arm out in right field. The accuracy wasn't quite there from McMinn. And Bridger Nesbitt's got himself a single. Caldwell moving first to third with the ball hit over to right field. Tying run and go-ahead run now on base. And Truce Seinhorst will dig in with the RBI opportunity that he doesn't see all too often. In fact, this will just be his 3rd at-bat of the season. He is 1 for 2. Curveball again. The outside corner is kind of no man's land for the zone so far, as that was placed just a bit outside, 1-0. Goes back out there with another breaking ball, and it's 2-0. Strike called at the knees, 2-1. Ryan Schmidt on deck, Drew Messer in the hole. Seinhorst flips it back close to the press box with a foul ball, 2-2. Pitch in the dirt, runner takes off, and a skip throw down to second. A nice pick by Friend, but it's going to be safe as Nesbitt will advance to second. I believe that should be a wild pitch. So you saw that ball hit the dirt, and it almost immediately took off. So now first base is open for the full count pitch with 1 away. And Seinhorst will draw a walk. Bags are full for Ryan Schmidt. Ryan Schmidt, the average, steadily increasing, which is a great sign, up to 231 now. The OPS up over 730. Again, that's because he has pieced together a couple of nice games at the plate in this tournament. And good discipline to watch. Ball 1-0. He was 2 for 3 against the Billings Royals on Friday, and then just played against this Bozeman team yesterday, in which he was 1 for 2 with a run scored. And after ball 2 misses, that's going to prompt a conference out from the dugout, presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Brady Higgs, a 1-2-3 first inning, now running into some obvious trouble here in the second as the bases are full and 1 away for Ryan Schmidt, who's got a good count ahead 2-0.
Reminder fans, catch 22 is open. It's your 22 year.
Phillies have jumped out to a 2-1 lead after trailing 1-0. They look to sweep the Cincinnati Reds. 2-0 pitch home, curveball that he was right on, but just fouled it back to the screen. 2-1. Yankees all over Cleveland. Mets tack on another run in the fourth against the Rockies. They lead at 4-0. Schmidt chases one in the dirt. A good pitch from Higgs, and it's 2-2. Taking one to run the count full is Ryan Schmidt. Nowhere to put him. Pitch. Inside, and it's an RBI walk to tie things up at 1. Scores Caldwell. And it brings in Drew Messer for his first at-bat. Tied at 1 in the bottom of the second. The Hardhats still threatening in search of their 8th straight win. Pitch. Way outside as Higgs seems to have lost the zone. He's walked the last 2 batters. 2 singles and 2 walks so far. The only out was a pop out from Weaver. And now it's 2-0. And that's Blake Weaver, as we have yet to see Alex Weaver in the last couple of games. And a drive deep out to left. Going back on the track, looking up, and it's off the wall. 2 runs, or rather it's going to be, 1 run as they held up thinking it might have been caught, and they got it quickly back in. Boy, thought maybe at least 2 should have scored, but Nesbitt came in as he was tagging up. Wind blowing out there as well. And attacked by a carpenter bee in the press box. Pitch outside, so it's a long RBI single for Drew Messer. And they now lead it 2-1. And quickly 2-0 to the top of the order, Mason Messenger, who grounded out in his first try. And a quick check from the bat stop. And the pep talk works out for the moment with a strike coming in after. But the pitch following that, missing for ball 3. 3-1, bases full, nowhere to put them. Hardhats 2 runs in the inning. They've jumped out to a 2-1 lead. Ooh, Messenger will have to hold on to the bat as he wanted to toss it, thinking that was ball 4. Again, that inside corner. That's the place you want to go if you're pitching today. It's 3-2. Ground ball, short, backhanded to second for 1, on to first. A tough 6-4-3 double play gets him out of the jam. Hardhats do take the lead, but they were certainly destined for more. But a 6-4-3 hot shot double play started and completed. McMahon to friend to Hubley over at first. Hardhats lead at 2-1. We're through 2 on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
What if a bank wasn't built around money? What if it was built around you, around people who choose us as the ones to secure not only their wealth, but their dignity, their todays and tomorrows, doing great things, energizing entire communities. That is more valuable than money. And it's what we've built this bank to hold. First Interstate Bank. Built for you.
Two to one, the Hardhats lead it after two, and heading into the top of the third in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. It'll be the top of the order for the Bozeman Bucks, as now pitching with the lead is Branson Keel. Bounces one in with a fastball 1-0. Keller Murphy, the lefty, flew out to left on a line drive that stayed up for Blake Weaver. 1-0 pitch. Foul back. 1-1. One pitch from Keel. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string just a little bit to get Murphy out in front. Keel, remember, has struck out 4 straight. 5 straight. Swing and a miss. Murphy down for out number 1. That's 5 straight strikeouts for Branson Keel. Pitch is up high. 1-0. In case you were wondering, the Major League record for strikeouts in a row belonged to Tom Seaver when he struck out 10 batters straight back in 1979. Pitch is up in the zone, 2-0. Branson Keel currently punched out 5 straight batters. Of course, Nolan Ryan and Roger Clemens, names you recognize. Nolan Ryan struck out 8 in a row twice. Roger Clemens did it once. But falling behind 3-0 to the lefty Hubley here, the first baseman. I don't think he's going to dare take the bat off his shoulders for this pitch. Wind has started to die down just a little bit. It was rapidly blowing out to left for the first 2 innings. And it's ball 4, so that'll snap the streak of 5 straight, retired via the punch-out, with a 1-out walk for Hubley.
Now batting second baseman number 1, Michael Friend.
Here's Michael Friend. Run on first, 1 out, tying run now on base as the Hardhats took the lead in the bottom of the second with 2 runs across. And a base hit through the hole on the right side. Runner holds up at second, not wanting to test the arm of Messer. So a walk followed by a single, and now it's first and second as the go-ahead run reaches base as Bozeman looks to retake the lead with Sage McMinn digging in. Keel trying to preserve the lead. His first pitch to McMinn. Pot foul is going to drift into the seats. 0-1. 0-1, a turn and a pump fake. A walk followed by a single, and now Keel is trying to get out of the top of the third. And he misses to make it 1-1. Pulled to the right side. Caldwell looks at second. Will step on the bag at first for out number 2. And now second and third with 2 away after the 3 unassisted ground out. Alton Geiselman now. It'll be up to him. Geiselman singled on the infield and then advanced to second on a throwing error that allowed the only Bozeman run to score back in the first. This is driven deep out to right field. Ranging back, he can't get there. This is going to drive home 2, and Bozeman has the lead once again. A 2-run double off the bat of Alton Geiselman. Second hit he's had today.
2-run double brings up left fielder number 16, Sam Schmidt.
So here is Sam Schmidt. Bozeman, another lead, 3-2. They squandered 2 leads last night in the walk-off loss, 5-4. Hardhats will try and replicate that. Blows a fastball by Sam Schmidt. He started that string of 5 straight strikeouts in which he went down looking to end the first. Then Keel struck out the side in the second, greeted Keller Murfitt with a strikeout, and then Bozeman was still able to notch 2 runs and retake the lead. A turn and a look back to second. Alton Geiselman, the big drive so far. Oh, 1 pitch, pulled the string. 0-2. Phillies lead the Reds 2-1 in the 5th. Rays lead the Red Sox 3-1. Are the Rays for real? They're showing it so far, beating up on the World Series champs from last year. And the Red Sox are starting to right the ship too a little bit. But the Rays lead that one 3-1 in the 5th. Swing and a miss, Branson Keel. Strikeout number 6. That'll end the inning. However, Bozeman with another 2 runs courtesy of a double by Alton Geiselman take the lead once more. It's 3-2. We head to the home half of the 3rd on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV.
To the bottom half of the 3rd, leading out, number 10, Ryan Bachman.
Dylan Corbett back here with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Matt Kearney back in the studios. Ricky Larson to my right. Pitch home is going to miss for a ball. Bozeman once again with their second lead of the afternoon, 3-2. They lead it as umbrellas begin to pop. Oh, you love hearing that, right? A little bit of drizzle has graced us here at Dave Plouffe Field. Quickly 3-0 to Ryan Bachman. He lined out softly to the shortstop. They play him to pull a little bit as well, as there's a big gap up the middle. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, strike one. So they're playing the percentages there with moving McMahon over to the left side as Bachman tries to send one to the moon and swings through it, 3-2. Palethorpe close to the line at third. Again, Bachman, the walk-off RBI single last night, was a clean shot up the middle. Ball will bounce in as he'll take first with a free pass. There's your tying run, and here's Matt Hegre. Oh, and yeah, starting to come down a little bit. Fans fleeing to cover. It's never a day in the Black Hills without a surprise shower, right? Fastball bouncing into Haggerty, 1-0. We're nowhere near a complete game if we're starting to spin the wheels regarding that. See how long this cell will last. Again, no outs in the inning. Could be a quick shower is the understanding so far. 2-0. Wind has picked up a little bit once more, blasting out to left. Again, Palethorpe is playing for a bunt. I don't think you're going to see that whenever Matthew Haggerty is at the plate, unless it absolutely calls for it. And he's got a 2-1. Palethorpe, I think, realizes this and will back up to be even with the bag. Took something off and threw it across for a strike, 2-2. Curveball bends off the plate, and it'll be full to Matt Hegre. Bachman after a walk, he's at first. Haggerty, a ground ball to the left side, backhanded by the shortstop to second for one, on to first. They turn another 6-4-3. Wow. Not too much is getting by McMahon at short in this one. 6-4-3 double play takes care of the leadoff walk. Means the bases are empty for Jace Caldwell, who singled and scored back in the second. 3-2, Bozeman leads, and it looks like the rain is slowing down too. It was coming down a little bit for maybe a minute or two. It looks like it might still keep going. That'll shut me up. 1-0. Easy for me to say I'm under cover here in the press box. Yep, sorry, I didn't mean to jinx it. We're back and seeing some heavier droplets. Two 2-0 with two away, and time is called as he was midway through his pitch. And doing some manual work out on the mound is Higgs. 2-0 pitch. That's called strike, 2-1. Yep. 2-1 is going to miss the zone. 3-1 to Jace Caldwell with the bases empty and 2 outs. Bozeman leading 3-2. They've done it on 5 hits and committed no errors. Caldwell, a ground ball, short. Moving to his left, McMahon makes it look routine, 6-3. A leadoff walk erased on a 6-4-3 double play, and then a ground out to end the inning. Bozeman still holding on to a lead, and the rain coming down here at the Fitz. We'll see if it will pitter out or not. 3-2 is our score through 2.5 on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Here at the field now after the inning break. The rain still drizzling here at the field. Umbrella still out. But the sun's fighting through, and our Hardhats fighting through as well, currently trailing 3-2 as we enter the fourth inning. I think I misspoke sending it to the break. Yes, we are into the fourth inning. And a 3-2 Bozeman lead. It'll be bottom of the order, beginning with Logan Palethorpe. Attacking the inner edge and gets a swing and a miss for strike one. So he struck out Sam Schmidt to end the third inning after 2 runs came across, and the lead withered away, and now they trail 3-2. 0-1 tied him up again on a fastball running up and in. And now some sunshine here at the field. Just need a little sprinkle on the infield, right? The 0-2. Looped out to shallow right. In fact, it's going to stay on the infield, and Caldwell will have it. 3 pitches, 1 out. Here's Parker McMahon, who has had nothing go by him at short. He's made a ton of plays out there, including starting 2 different double plays in only 3 innings. Keel is pounding that inside part of the plate. Runs one up for ball one. Diamondbacks all over the Blue Jays 8-2. That's in the 5th. Ketel Marte, a surprising 15 home runs from a guy that plays on the infield. Up the middle. A swing and a miss, 1-1 to McMahon. Carson Kelly, former St. Louis Cardinals prospect, has launched his 7th home run. He was part of the Paul Goldschmidt trade. Mets have extended their lead over the Rockies. It's now 6-0 in the Big Apple. Keel slows down the pace, now gets to it with the 1-1. Again, attacking the inside zone. This one ruled a ball. 2-1. Marlins lead the Braves 3-1. That's in the 6th. 2-1 pitch, and it's ball 3, so all of a sudden the inside part of the plate has not been called strikes, which is definitely a change from what we saw in the first 3 innings. And he lost him. Parker McMahon will take a 1-out walk. And here's Karsten Simcox. Twins are all over the Tigers 9-1. Nelson Cruz has homered in 4 straight games since coming off the injured list. He's got 11 on the season. Miguel Sano hit his 6th. Throw over to first is a soft one. Plenty of time to get back. Had a lot of fun with first responder night last night here at the ballpark. Keel's pitch home. He blows a fastball by him 0-1. Simcox went down swinging his last trip. 0-2 and a throw down to first. No tag applied. 0-2. Looking ahead, make sure you skip dessert and come hungry on June 12th for the fan favorite. It's Whitesell Financial Pie Night at the Fitz with over 50 delicious pies, which will be raffled off free to Post 22 fans. Editor's note, forks are not included. The 0-2 misses, and it's 1-2. And wrapping up June's home events with Senior Night on June 26th here at the Fitz as we celebrate and honor the Post 22 Hard Hat seniors. From 0-2 to 2-2. Pirates lead the Brewers 2-0. That's early in the third. Jung-Ho Kang with his 5th home run. The Yankees shutting out the Indians 5-0. Brett Gardner kind of hilariously had a mishap yesterday as he was 0 for 18, lined one into the gap that was robbed by Jordan Luplow of Cleveland as a pitch is outside. From 0-2 to 3-2 to Simcox. Gardner was so upset with himself that he slammed his helmet in the dugout. We've all been there, right? It came back and busted his lip. He needed stitches. He's homered today, his 9th. Throw over to first, a little bit close, but ruled safe. The other 2 games going on, the White Sox lead the Royals 2-0. Eloy Jimenez 8th home run, and the Orioles and Astros are scoreless in the third. Big pitch here, the full count is a foul tip into the mitt. It's another strikeout for Simcox and for Keel. That is now his 7th punch-out. It also is a big second out as it keeps McMahon at first and brings in the top of the order for Keller Murfitt. Pitch way outside, 1-0. Another throw over to first. Back in safely as McMahon draws significant interest. Clouds have returned here. Again, we saw sunshine for an out. And had rain for a half inning, but that has since gone away as well. Chased a high fastball with a swing and a miss, 1-1. One and one. Decent lead over at first. Keel goes to the plate, pumps a fastball in for strike 2. Keller Murfitt struck out. He was the 5th strikeout victim in a row for Keel before Ben Hubley walked. Hubley's on deck. Looking for strikeout number 8. Check swing. Home plate umpire's going to say he went around. 8 punch-outs through 4 innings for Branson Keel. And he gets through it for the third and final out, stranding that runner at first. We're halfway home for Game 1 of our doubleheader on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. It's 3-2. Bozeman leads. For the moment, we're back after this.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Parents are going to do the same, selling 50-50 tickets.
Hardhats trailing 3-2 at the hands of the Bozeman Bucks. A similar story to yesterday before they came back and walked them off in extras. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up in the Hardhat lineup. Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. And Higgs back out there pitching with the lead. Curveball stays up and out of the zone for a ball. Blake Weaver popped out to shallow center in his first at-bat. This one's smoked deep out to right field. If it's fair, it's a double. It is a foul ball. So Weaver just a tad bit late on a fastball. Otherwise, that would have been a leadoff two-bagger. Now Higgs bounces back and fires a strike. 1-2. And a swing and a miss to ring up Weaver for the first out in the home half of the fourth. So brings in Bridger Nesbitt. He singled and scored in the second. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Sterling, Colorado up next. We'll see if the Hardhats will still have their win streak intact or not. Trailing 3-2 at the moment. Nesbitt's got a 2-0 count. Bit of sunshine has returned, peeking through our cloud coverage today. This is ripped out to left, sinking fast, and down for a base hit. 2-out single, Bridger Nesbitt's second hit of the game. Or a 1-out single, I beg your pardon. It'll bring in True Seinhorst.
Brings up third baseman number 22, True Seinhorst.
So 1-out single for Nesbitt, and now True Seinhorst, who walked in this second inning, will stand in. Rips this one into left. First pitch he sees, he lines his second hit of the season. First and second, tying and go-ahead run now aboard. For Ryan Schmidt, he had an RBI walk in his prior at-bat. First and second, one away, 3-2 Bozeman leads, but the Hardhats are threatening in the fourth. Both teams even in the hit column at 5. Schmidt takes one in the dirt, 1-1. In on the grass at first, as Hubley has creeped up. Palethorpe's playing behind the bag at third. 1-0 is lifted out to shallow right field. A long run in, and it's going to be Friend coming out to make the sliding catch. Incredible grab. Hardhats will stay put at the bags at first and second. Michael Friend with a web gem out in right field, covering some ground and making a sliding over-the-shoulder catch. Geez, that's one of the nicest plays I've seen from the second base position. Takes away a blue pit from Schmidt. And it's a big second out for Drew Messer. Drew Messer is not your ordinary number 9 batter as he slaps one foul. He's got a great average. He just had an RBI single. Just shows how deep this lineup is for post 22. Higgs trying to strand a pair of runners. Pitch just missing. It's 1-1 to Messer. First baseman now playing behind Seinhorst at first. Curveball nowhere close. 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 from Higgs. Well, there's that inside corner again. Snap throw down to second. The throw was a little bit short, allowing Nesbitt to slide back in around the tag. And it's 2-2. Two-two pitch, curveball, tomahawk to short. Throw on to first. McMahon makes it look routine once again, and they get out of the jam. 2 runners got on the base paths with just 1 away at first and second, but a pop out that turned into an incredible play by Friend at second, and then a ground out to get out of the inning. Bozeman leads it as we head into the 5th. It's 3-2 on HardhatsTV and Fox Sports Rapid City.
Batting for Bozeman, number 3, first baseman Ben Hubley.
Three to two, our score as we enter the 5th inning in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Branson Keel back out there for his 5th inning of work. He's got an incredible 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. But he quickly falls behind Ben Hubley, the lefty, 2-0. Hubley walked and scored back in the third. Two-0. Outside 3-0. Trying to avoid the leadoff walk. 3-0 is ball four. A 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning.
The walk brings up second baseman. Number 1.
It's going to bring out Ryan Schmidt for Iaplin's Physical Therapy Associates mound visit. Just a word of encouragement for Keel. And now here's Michael Friend, who's had himself a day. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and a web gem. Fouls one back. So Friend scored 2 of the 3 Bozeman runs so far. The other run that has given him the lead, that's Ben Hubley, who's currently at first base. Inside corner, a strike. 0-2 to Friend. A look at the runner at first, and now set with the 0-2. Swing and a miss, chases one out of the zone. Throw down to second is not in time. Friend ran to first regardless. However, I think he doesn't realize that he is out. And good effort, but he will head to the dugout now. 9 strikeouts for Branson Keel. Smart play by Schmidt, throwing down to second, trying to grab the only runner that still mattered in the play. But Hubley was able to advance. Pulled to the right side, gloved there by Caldwell. He'll step on the bag for the second out. Runner moves over to third. Alton Geiselman now with 2 away and a runner 90 feet away. Geiselman, remember, drove 2 home on a double out to right field. Keel's got 9 punch-outs. Starts him with the pitch up and away, 1-0. Hubley walked to lead off the inning, moved to second on a strikeout, and then over to third on a 1-pitch groundout. Up the middle, going to be a tough play. It's off the glove, but Messenger stuck with it and then bounces one past Caldwell. Run scores, and it's 4-2 Bozeman. Again, that's an interesting, tough play to score because that was a ball lined up the middle that Messenger made a great play to get to. Had it off the heel of his glove and stuck with it and had time to throw him out, but then short-armed the throw. But again, all that was while he was moving across his body. They're going to go ahead and rule that an error. At least on the scoreboard. Throw back to first. The tag is there. They got him. So a run comes home, but then they pick him off, and Bozeman's not happy. They're going to have a conference. But again, that's not the home plate umpire's call to make. They might just get his, they're going to say he's out. So that'll end the top of the 5th, but another run across for Bozeman. And it's 4-2. They've extended their lead on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. 4-2 as Bozeman grabs another run in the top of the fifth. Dylan Corbett back with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. New pitcher is going to be Keller Murphy, the lefty. So he'll take over for the home half of the fifth, and he will try and preserve the 4-2 lead. Defensively, how that changes, Coleman will take over in center. So he comes in for the game. Murphy moves in to the pitcher spot, as we'll get you the final line here on starter Brady Higgs. Sunshine has returned, again fighting its way with our cloud coverage here. An hour 15 into game one. And Brady Higgs departs after 4 innings. 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, just 1 strikeout in the hard hat lineup. Top of the lineup here, down by 2. Will they have another come from behind victory? 7-game win streak on the line for the Hardhats. Again, Bozeman is now 2-2 in this tournament as the pitch is inside. Hardhats a perfect 3-0 in this tournament so far. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Pitch home is rocketed out to left. Looking up, it's off the wall. Messenger, the throw's going to come in a second. We may have a play. He slides underneath the tag. Mason Messenger with a double. Boy, Sam Schmidt has made a couple of nice plays off the wall out in left. Throw beat him to the bag. Messenger, a feet first slide, slid underneath the tag, and it's a leadoff double. Messenger starting a new hit streak. Here's Ryan Bachman. Inside corner for a strike. Ryan Bachman, the tying run, as the Hardhats have now gained the advantage in the hit column, or I beg your pardon, it's now 6-all. They could still gain the advantage this inning, a leadoff double. Now Bachman, Hughes went up the middle and it's going to sneak through. This is going to get a run home as Messenger will score on the play. An RBI single for Ryan Bachman. And again, they went to the shift on Bachman by moving McMahon over to the left side, closer to third. And that would have been a routine play for the shortstop had they been set up that way defensively. 4-3, and Brady Higgs has got to be sick with himself in the dugout. He departs after 4 solid innings and now watches a run come across without an out in the inning he just left from. And things aren't getting any better. Wild pitch pushes Bachman to second as the tying run, and Matthew Hegre at the plate with a 1-0 count is the go-ahead run. 2 home runs for Hegre yesterday in the win over the Billings Royals. So Kerfoot having some trouble, but he throws a strike across 1-1. Excuse me, Murphy. I combined his first initial. Keller Murphy. One is chopped foul at the plate. It'll be 1-2 to Hegre, who's got a pair of groundouts to short. And again, they are in the shift with McMahon in the gap, headed out towards left field. So a big hole up the middle, and Hegre watches a breaking pitch off the back foot for a ball, 2-2. 2-2. Another back foot breaking pitch, and they're going to ring him up. Home plate umpire says he went around. Surprised they didn't even go for an appeal there. And that's a big first out. Bachman, the tying run, still at second. Here's Jace Caldwell, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Pitch bounces in. Bachman's going to try it at third. Slides in safely. Strong throw from Geiselman behind the plate. But Bachman now slow to get up. Time is called. He slid in head first, which again is becoming increasingly more aware of how injuries are related to it, but he appears all right. And that's at, multiple levels of baseball. Infield's going to be drawn in now as Bozeman's really desperate not to surrender another lead. Caldwell's going to hit it over the infield and over to left fielder. We're tied. Caldwell, as it's bobbled out and left, he's going to come into second, sliding in an RBI game-tying double for Jace Caldwell. It's 4 all. Brings in Blake Weaver. Whole new ball game. Brady Higgs. He'll have a no decision. Murfitt blows the save as he can't get a hold. And a strike issued to Weaver. So Murfitt still with only 1 out in the inning. Hardhats with their second 2-run inning of the game have tied it up. They are now out hitting Bozeman 8-6 as the pitch misses 1-1. Caldwell is now the go-ahead run out at second. We are in the home half of the 5th inning. One pulled to third. That's going to hold Caldwell at the bag. Now Caldwell takes off. They throw it back, and he's out. Tried to take off on the throw. That's going to be a 5-3-5 double play. So that'll end the inning, but they tie it up. Jace Caldwell an RBI double, and we're locked at 4 heading into the 6th on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
Got left field on 16, Sam Schmidt.
Into the 6th inning and a whole new ball game as we are tied once again at 4. Branson Keel still out there. Brady Higgs, he maybe thought that he got lifted a little early as he saw his lead diminished and his bid for a win erased as we're now tied. Sam Schmidt trying to avoid the hat trick. He's gone down on strikes twice already, and he swings through one. It's 0-1. Ball low, 1-1. Higgs was just at 76 pitches when they took him out. Keller Murphy gave up the 2 tying runs on 3 hits and got through an inning in 15 pitches. It's now 1-2 to Schmidt. Up above the head for ball 2. Again, Branson Keel has struck out an outstanding 9 batters through 5 innings. What's even more incredible is he's done it only on 78 pitches. Again, last night's game went to 8 innings. We're tied at the moment here in the top of the 6th. 2-2, a swing and a miss. Give them double-digit punch-outs. And it brings in Logan Palethorpe. Only 2 batters in the lineup have not struck out. Sage McMinn and Alton Geiselman. And Alton Geiselman has driven home 3 RBI. First pitch strike to Palethorpe. He went down back in the 2nd. And he's quickly behind 0-2. He's 0 for 2. With 1 away. Strikeout number 11. Here's Parker McMahon. Again, how this game is lining up, you, as a Hardhats supporter, kind of just don't even get scared anymore when your team's down. They've won 7 in a row. They've done it in a miraculous amount of ways. Branson Keel fires a pitch inside to Parker McMahon as Keel looks to strike out the side for the 2nd time. He's got 11 Ks. And you just have a feeling that the Hardhats are going to walk this thing off, if not take a lead earlier. Branson Keel, as we're now going to have a pause, and the umpire will dust off the plate a little bit. Pittsburgh still leads Milwaukee 2-0. Philly leads Cincinnati 3-1 in the 7th inning. Aaron Nola pitching well there. Tampa Bay in the 6th leads Boston 4-1 with Blake Snell pitching well. Pitch home, missing. Parker McMahon swings through one. And the count is 2-2. Keel a strike away from a dozen punch-outs and his 2nd inning in which he has struck out the side. That's if he can get McMahon here with the 2-2. He will! Throw down to first. A little hop from Caldwell to corral that one. The 2nd inning in which Branson Keel has struck out the side. All 3 batters go down fishing. He's got 12 strikeouts through 6 innings. It's still a tie game, though. The Hardhat Bats back up next on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV.
At USI, we take over 150 years of knowledge and experience gleaned from the expertise of over 6,000 industry-leading experts, serving more than 150,000 clients nationwide, and we put you at the center of that world. We customize and deliver best-in-class property and casualty, employee benefits, personal risk, and retirement solutions to provide superior results. We call it the USI One Advantage.
27, Bridger Nesbitt.
We're tied at 4 as Branson Keel has stolen the show with 12 strikeouts through 6 innings in under 90 pitches. 4-4. And now the Hardhats will look to take the lead. Bridger Nesbitt's had himself a nice game. Where did that miss? 1-0. 2 for 2. And a run scored. Sun peeking out once again for the home half of the 6th. 2-0 as Nesbitt is the beneficiary of a hitter's count to start things off. Again, Keller Murphy came in. Couldn't hold on to the lead in the 5th, and now he's pitching in a tie game. And he falls behind Nesbitt 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to get the go-ahead run on base. True Seinhorst. 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Sun really coming alive now as the clouds have seemed to scatter just a bit as well. Is that a sign for things to come? Hardhats looking for their 8th win in a row. Showing bunt. And fouls it at the plate. 0-1. Again, like the small ball approach here, of course, making sense in a tie ball game. Get Keel back out there for the 7th to win this thing complete game style. See if he can get up to 15 strikeouts. Seinhorst looks like he might be swinging away, and it's a throw over to first. Palethorpe's really in on the grass over at third. Are they really going to take it off here for the 0-1? They are, and Seinhorst is going to drive it deep out to center, but it's going to be a line out. Ranging back to make the catch was Coleman, who entered the game. And now you let Seinhorst swing away, which I'm not opposed to by any means, but now there's 1 out, and a runner to go-ahead run still put at first. Here's Ryan Schmidt. He was robbed of a base hit by Friend, who made a spectacular sliding over-the-shoulder grab in shallow right. Pitch stayed up above the belt for a ball to Schmidt, 1-0. Prior to that, Schmidt walked in the 2nd. Wonder if Nesbitt wants to do some running. 1-1 on a pitch in the dirt, a swing and a miss. I mean, you're facing the bottom of the order here. Nesbitt's clearly got speed. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2 to Schmidt. A leadoff walk. A line out to deep center. Now 1-2 to Schmidt. Pitch stayed up. Hung a breaking ball. 2-2. Throw back to first. The lefty Murfitt blows one by Schmidt. That'll be up to Drew Messer after a leadoff 4-pitch walk. They were trying to bunt. They took it off, lined out to center, and then a strikeout. And now it's up to Drew Messer. And Nesbitt is still flat-footed at first. Curveball and a ground ball to third. Palethorpe across the diamond. Nothing made of a leadoff walk. We're still tied at 4 as we head into the final inning. Unless, of course, we'll have our second straight extra inning affair. We'll find out next on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City.
Now in the game, playing center field, number 5, Ethan Coleman.
Final inning, we think it is tied in the 7th with the Bozeman Bucks up to bat. Branson Keel still out there, boasting 12 strikeouts. Pitch fouled back. 9-1-2 due up in the Bozeman order. Keel struck out the side for the second time today in the 6th inning. Oh, 1 is outside, 1-1. Karsten Simcox is 0 for 2 with a pair of punchouts. There's a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 13. That's the hat trick for Karsten Simcox, and now here's Keller Murphy, the opposing pitcher. Ethan Coleman, who came in for Simcox, went down swinging for strikeout number 13. And now the top of the order for Murphy, who takes a strike. And swings through strike 2. Does he have 14? Lays off a pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Murphy's punched out his last 2 times, went down swinging. Stays alive. So he fouled it back, 1-2. One-two pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. It'll be the top of the order for the Hardhats. Due up in the 7th. Messenger, who's 1 for 3. And Bachman, who's 1 for 2, followed by Hegger, who's currently 0 for 3. 2-2. Pop foul, drifting into the seating bowl. We'll have a 2-2 with one away. Keel has struck out 4 in a row and 13 in the game. Ground ball to first. Caldwell stays on it and beats his man to the bag, 3 unassisted. Makes it 2-0, and again, the top of the order, the Hardhats would love to get Keel a hard-fought victory on the mound. Again, if it's extras, what do? As Keel is likely done after this inning, creeping up on 100 pitches. Pitch is upstairs, 1-0. He struck out 13. He's walked 3. He's scattered 6 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of which have been earned. 1-0. Outside. Just needs one more out and hope the Hardhat bats can get him a victory and keep this win streak going. But he falls behind 3-0, does not want to risk a 2-out walk with the game tied. Schmidt's going to come out and calm down his right-hander. Keel up over 100 pitches. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Bozeman. Hardhats have 4 runs on 8 hits and an error. The 3-0 is outside, a 2-out, 4-pitch walk. And that'll put Hubley on first. And now here's a guy you don't want to see at the plate. It's Michael Friend and Coach Clapridge coming out.
Breaking the action again, we'd like to thank Mystic Edge Sponsor for sponsoring the Veterans Classic. Also, Holiday Express for sponsoring.
Ryan Schmidt will join them there. And Keel's done. Branson Keel with a great round of applause as he heads into the dugout. What an effort from Branson Keel. He departs 6 2/3, 13 strikeouts and 104 pitches, but he is responsible for the runner on first. 4-4 game. New pitcher into the game will be Tad Sherbinski coming in from the bullpen. We'll see if he can get out of the inning if the Hardhats can steal another victory when we return on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. Tad Sherbinski out there to try and get the final out of the top of the 7th. A 2-out, 4-pitch walk chases Branson Keel, who got a great round of applause, rightly so, as he departed this ball game. Rockies on the ropes, trailing 6-0 to the Mets. And they're in the top of the 9th. We're in the top of the 7th here with 2 away and the go-ahead run at first. So Tad Sherbinski on to face Michael Friend. And a pitch laid off in the dirt, 1-0. Cloud cover is returned. "1-0, a shot deep out to left field. Looking up. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a 2-run homer. Tad Sherbinsky relieves Branson Keel, and he serves up a 2-run go-ahead blast to Michael Friend. And it's 6-4, Bozeman.
Now batting for Bozeman, the catcher number 12, Alton Geisel.
That puts the win streak in jeopardy, but again, the Hardhats never say die, as this is lifted out to center and then called off by the left fielder Weaver to make the catch. However, the damage is done. 2 pitches from Tad Sherbinsky, and Michael Friend blasts the go-ahead 2-run homer. We'll see if the Hardhats can squeak out a victory. They trail it down to their final 3 outs, trailing 6-4 at the hands of the Bozeman Bucks on Fox Sports Rapid City and Hardhats TV. At the Fitz, but now up in juvenile, or jovial is the word there. Once again here as the Hardhats have the top of the order, trailing by 2, and we'll see if they've got some more magic left in from last night's walk-off winner. They tied it in the 7th last night, won it in the 8th. Ball 1 from Murphy, who's still out there and hasn't totally been a pillar of success out of the bullpen. Messenger had a double off the wall in his last at-bat, and it's now 2-0. I'm feeling pretty confident if I'm the Hardhat lineup right now. 3-0. Dylan Corbett with you in the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. 6-4, Bozeman leads it for the moment. 3-0. Pumped in for a strike. Bozeman are running the first, 2 in the 3rd, a run in the 5th, and then the go-ahead 2-run homer in the 7th. Wind blowing out to left. Messenger rips it down the line. It is called foul. Thought I saw some chalk kick up. From 3-0 to 3-2. Let's go to instant replay. Oh. Soon, I hope. 3-2. Messenger skips it fair and over the head of Palethorpe. Seen some nasty hops in this tournament. And chalk on another one. That's a base hit for Messenger. Tying run to the plate. It's the hero from last night, Ryan Bachman. The team leader at least tied for it in home runs with 2. Him, Keel, and Hegre. And a strike. Bachman singled and scored in the 5th. Hardhat dugout getting loud. Just brimming with confidence, this team. 0-1, Bachman pulls it foul. And he falls behind 0-2. Rockies do get a run in the final inning, but eventually fall 6-1 to the New York Metropolitans. 1-2 as he floats a breaking ball over. Milwaukee grabs a run. They trail Pittsburgh 2-1 at home. Houston leads Baltimore 3-0, and once trailing 5-0, the Indians have now tied it at 5. 1-2. That's been the theme all game, is the outside corner just has not been there for this zone. 2-2. Hit his spot with a breaking pitch, and Ryan Bachman's got new life. He's the tying run. Breaking ball, through the hole on the left side. It's a base hit. Tying run aboard. Here's Matthew Hegre. A rare 0 for 3 coming in. But you know what he's thinking. You know what everyone at the Fitz is thinking. 6-4, no outs. Hardhats trailing. And they've got the tying runs on first and second. Sun shining once again. Wind breezing out to the left. I mean, come on. I mean, we get it. You like the inside corner. It's a strike. In the dirt, blocked well. And it's 1-1. Murphy set. Hegre. Out to center. And it falls. Gets by the center fielder. They're going to send Messenger home, and he is going to score, but now trouble on the base pass, throw to third. Tagged out there is Bachman. Hegre's at second. So craziness going on. Hegre will tie the game with a single, completely misplayed out in center. That's Coleman, who's checked into the ball game when they made the pitching change. It's 6-5, but now 1 out for Jace Caldwell. So that's going to fall for an RBI single for Hegre, even though that probably should have been the first out. Messenger, he was the only one running well there as he went all the way and scoring from second even after holding up as if he was going to tag. Bachman gets called out at third. And then Hegre was at second, tried going back to first, and then went back to second on the air out in center. And a bender for strike 2 to Caldwell, 0-2. So a single and an RBI for Hagery, who moved to second on the misplay out in center field, and now it's 6-5. Tying run out at second. One away and an 0-2 count for Caldwell. Lays off a pitch in the dirt. It's blocked. 1-2. Caldwell, the winning run at the plate. He is yet to hit a home run this season. One, two. Lays off the high cheddar. 2-2. Cloud cover returns. 2-2 pitch. Curveball waited on and staying alive as he fouls it off. Still 2-2. It's Blake Weaver on deck. Hardhats winners of 7 straight. Ball 3. Wow. We'll take it. Full count coming to Caldwell. Pulled foul. Great at bat from Caldwell. He's worked it full. First base open. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. McMahon gloves it and throws out Caldwell as the tying run moves over to third, but now 2 away. And it's up to Blake Weaver, who's 0 for 3. Remember, they tied it last night in the 7th with a run. They won it with a run in the 8th. They came in trailing 6-4. An RBI from Matthew Hagery, who stands at third as the tying run, brought us within 1. And just a... we'll let the groan speak for itself. It's 0-1. Can Murphy get out of this? Pitch up, 1-1. Bridger Nesbitt would be on deck. Hardhat dugout getting loud. It's kind of a nervous loud. Seeing if they can pull this thing off or not. 1-1 is upstairs at the eyes, 2-1. Again, it's not the end of the world if you walk them if you're Murphy. You're just trying to find a way to get this win. Hardhats trying to scratch that run 90 feet across. It'll be a 2-1 from the lefty. And looped out to right. Game over. Hardhats gave it their all. Branson Keel, 13 strikeouts on the mound, but he is going to get the loss. Yeah, 2-run shot served up in the top of the 7th, and Bozeman not only beats the Expos earlier, they beat the Hardhats here in a rematch of last night. 6-5. Bozeman takes it. Hardhats 7-game win streak snapped, and we'll get you set for Sterling. Not before we get you wrapped up with this one. Our post-game show comes up next here on Fox Sports Rapid City and HardhatsTV. Tough loss. Bozeman wins it 6-5. Hardhats have their 7-game win streak snapped. They are now 14-7 as Bozeman improves to 23-8. In the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and side-by-sides, I'm Dylan Corbett. Matt Kearney back in the studios. Ricky Larson to my right. Let's wrap this thing up quickly before our next game against Sterling as things are getting cloudy again here at the Fitz. The postgame show presented by High Plains Physical Therapy Associates. Are you tired of your injuries controlling your daily performance? Learn how to take back your health at highplainspt.com. Running through the box score, Bozeman started things off with a run in the first. Hardhats grabbed the lead in the second, made it 2-1, but then that lasted just a half frame as Bozeman made it 3-2. They tacked on another run in the top of the fifth, 4-2 before the Hardhats tied it up in the bottom of the fifth. 2-run blast in the top of the seventh against Tad Sherbinski, and it was a 2-out walk that ended up giving the loss to Branson Keel as the Hardhats were unable to rally completely in the seventh. They did get a run across. Looked like they might do this thing, but they eventually flew out to end the game 6-5 despite out-hitting the Bozeman Bucks 11-7. Let's run through the box score real quick. Keller Murphy 0 for 4 at the plate with 2 punch-outs. Ben Hubley was 0 for 1, but he scored 3 times after walking 3 times. Michael Friend, he was the hero for Bozeman, 3 for 4, 3 runs scored. He had the 2-run homer. Sage McMinn 1 for 4. A perfect 3 for 3 for Alton Geiselman. He was a secondary hero of that, the Robin to his Batman with 3 RBIs. And then the bottom of the order, not much. In fact, they combined to go 0 for 11 with, my goodness, 10 strikeouts. 0 for 11 with 10 strikeouts for the final 4 in the order. Pitching-wise, it was Brady Higgs who thought he was going to get a win. He ended up with a no decision. 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout in 4 innings pitched. Keller Murphy gets the win despite allowing 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts over 3 innings. For the Hardhats, Mason Messenger 2 for 4, 2 runs scored with a double. Ryan Bachman 2 for 3, a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. Matthew Heggery was 1 for 4. He had that RBI single that gave him a run in the 7th, but a run too little. Jace Caldwell 2 for 4 with a run scored and RBI as well. Blake Weaver was 0 for 4. He flew out to right to end the game. Bridger Nesbitt was 2 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. 1 for 2 for Drew Seinhorst with a walk. 0 for 2 for Ryan Schmidt with an RBI and a walk. That came together. There was an RBI walk. Drew Messer was 1 for 3 with an RBI base hit as well. Branson Keel, let's go ahead and award him our player of the game, sponsored by Claiborne Lowson Sabres. Whether it's divorce, DUI, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you and your team, contact the law office of Claiborne Lowson Sabres at 605-721-1517. Yeah, he definitely stepped up for his team. You certainly can be labeled as doing that when you punch out 13 batters in 6 2/3 innings pitched, 104 pitches thrown, 5 runs, 4 earned, 6 hits, 4 walks, and how about all that? He unfortunately suffers the loss as he was responsible for that run. Tad Sherbinski will get the loss because the Hardhats did get a run back. So a third of an inning pitch, he gave up a run on the hit, and of course the hit was that 2-run bomb for Michael Friend. So Sherbinski actually is tagged with the loss. Branson Keel, a very tough no decision. Rain is here as we wrap up the postgame show for Game 1, a 6-5 loss to the Bozeman Bucks. For Matt Kearney back in the studios, our Fox Sports Rapid City producer and engineer, and Ricky Larson to my right, operator of HardhatsTV. I'm Dylan Corbett. Let's wrap this thing up. 6-5. Bozeman snaps the 7-game win streak for the Hardhats. Your player of the game is Branson Keel in the losing effort, and now the grounds crew working hard here to keep this thing set and hopefully dry as rain will send us into the break before we get you set for the game against Sterling, which I believe will be coming up at 3 p.m. So a little time off. We'll rejoin you for the pregame show before that. But for now, let's send things back to Fox Sports Radio. For Matt, for Ricky, I'm Dylan. We'll rejoin you here at the top of the hour on Sunday Baseball. Bozeman 6, Hardhats 5.